back to my YouTube channel, guys. So in today's video I'll be doing a technical analysis on some pairs like I always do. So if you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe. So this was the segment of my YouTube channel where I come in week by week and drop a trading insight and what I thought is going to be happening on the market for the upcoming week and for you guys to take an advantage of it. So I will kick off with USDJPY. So the overall direction of the market is to the upside. So on USDJPY, price was moving higher. So as you can see at this point, so price was creating a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and then price came back and to create a equal low. So at this point, this was a major key level here. So price have been unable to break below this level. So this level have been holding price like for heading lower. So price have not been able to break below this key level. So this was a major key level here. So the direction of the market still remain bullish, but with what I'm saying, price might be moving to the downside for a while. So price might be moving back to the downside, and this was how it is. So let's go to the daily time frame and see. So price was creating like some bearish structure on the daily time frame. So looking at this daily trend, so the daily trend is to the downside. So price was creating a lower high, a lower low, lower high, lower low, a low, a lower low. So price was moving to the downside. So this was the trend that price was respecting as price was moving downward. So now at this particular point in time, price have already broken this trend line. So price have already broken above it. Then price came back down to be trading below it again. So when price broke below it, so this seems like a break. So this seems like a break of this trend line here, and also price came back down to retest it. As you can see, price was now trading below it, and also price have already came back up to retest it. And this seems like a chart pattern somewhere around here. So this seems like a head and shoulder pattern. So this was it. So this was a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder somewhere around here, and this was the neckline. So on USDJPY on the daily time frame, so the direction of the market is strongest to the downside on the daily time frame. So price might just continue heading lower. So what I'm going to be doing is, so on a normal day, if I want to enter like a sell trade, I should just be waiting for price to break this neckline. So I should just be waiting for price to break this neckline back to the downside, so a break and retest of it. But since there was a major key level here, so this was a major level that price have not been able to break. So this was a very strong key level somewhere around here. So I'm just going to be waiting for price to break this major level. So if price broke this major level back to the downside, then I'll be looking for selling opportunity back into the next major level here. So now on USDJPY, if price can continue heading lower like this, so if price broke this neckline of this chart pattern and also broke this major level, so I'll just be looking for selling opportunity on USDJPY. So I'm just waiting for price to continue heading lower, so a further push to the downside, and I'll just be waiting for price to clear this blue zone. So after price clear it, I'll be looking for selling opportunity back into the next major key level. So that's just how I'm looking at USDJPY at the moment. So though the direction of the market is to the upside, but if we could break below this major level, so this was a major level that price have not been able to break for a while. So if price could break this major level back to the downside and also retest it, so there might be an opportunity to go into a sell trade, and then price might just continue heading back to the downside. So that's just my take on USDJPY. So the direction of the market, the overall direction of the market still remains bullish, but the daily trend was moving to the downside, and based on the way the US dollar was moving, so the DXY, based on how DXY is moving back to the downside, so we might also be seeing like some bearish movements on USDJPY as well. So I'm just be waiting for price to break this blue zone before I start looking for selling opportunity. So the next pair I'll be touching today is USDCAD. So the next pair we are going to be looking at is USDCAD. So the overall direction of the market is to the upside, as you guys can see. So price was moving to the upside, and also price was respecting this upward trend line. So this was the first touch here, this was the second touch, and now price have already come back to it to touch it for the third touch. But so the direction of the market is strongly to the upside. So now let's go to the weekly and the daily time frame to see how price was moving. Okay, so on the daily time frame, price have already come into the trend line here for the third touch, to come and touch it for the third time. And also this was also in line with a minor key level. So this was also in line with this minor level. So on a normal day, for me to get into a buy trade, I should have already gone into a buy trade somewhere around here, but there was a counter trend line here that I'm waiting for price to clear. So if I go to the daily time frame, so there was a counter trend line somewhere around here that I'm waiting for price to clear before I got into a buy trade. But so let me just show you the counter trend line. So if I want to get into this trade based on how price was moving, and also based on this major level. So I should have just been waiting for price to clear this level. So this was the counter trend line that I'm waiting for price to break. So as price was finding support at this key level, so there was a major level here. So there was a major key level here. So as price was finding support here, so I thought price will just continue heading higher from here. So I just think that okay, price will continue heading higher from here and then broke this level back to the upside. So if price, let's say if price was moving higher, if price continue heading higher and also price broke this key level and also this counter trend line, I'll just be waiting for a retest of this level on the 4-hour time frame and then a continuation back to the upside. So I'll just be waiting for price to clear this major level, clear this counter trend line, then I should be waiting for a retest of this level. So after price retest this level, so I just be getting to a buy trade, but seeing how price was moving, so that might not be happening. And also based on the US dollar movement, which is the DXY, so as DXY was moving to the downside, so we are seeing like some bearish movement on DXY at the moment. So as DXY was moving to the downside, all these USD based pairs like USDCAD, USDJPY will also be moving to the downside. So I think that's just the reason why the market is moving, like the market is moving to the downside from here. So in normal day, price should have just broken this level and also broke the counter trend line back to the upside, but seeing how price was gotten rejected from here, so price might not be able to continue heading higher for meanwhile. So what I'm going to be waiting for on USDCAD is very simple. So I'll just be waiting for price to clear this level. So if price wants to continue heading lower, so I'll just be waiting for price to clear this level, clear this minor level, and also this trend line, this monthly trend line. So for price to clear, then a retest of this level. So after price clear this level back to the downside and also came back up to retest, so I'll just be looking for selling opportunity to the downside back into the next major level. So now you see that price continue heading higher, broke the counter trend line here, which might not be happening, but if price continue heading higher, so that's how I'm going to be getting to a buy trade. But if price eventually broke this level, so if price broke this minor level and also broke this monthly trend line, so I'll just be waiting for a retest of this level back. So I'm just waiting for a retest of this level for me to start looking for selling opportunity back into this next major level. So that's just my take on USDCAD. It's either price continue heading higher, or it's either price continue heading higher and break this blue zone, or price continue heading lower, broke this monthly trend line and also broke this minor level for me to start looking for buying selling opportunity back into the next major key level. So that's just my take on USDCAD. So for now, I'm just waiting for either for price to break and retest this blue zone, or for price to break and retest this major level back to the downside for me to start looking for selling opportunity. So the next pair I'll be touching is Bitcoin. The direction of the market is clearly to the upside. So on Bitcoin, in one of my videos, so in my last video on YouTube, so I said I'll be looking for buying opportunity on Bitcoin if price got into this zone, and also this was also in line with the trend line. So let me draw it out. So I said I'll be looking for buying opportunity on Bitcoin if price touch this trend line. So as price was moving to the, so this was a major level here, this blue zone. So price have already broken it back to the upside. So I was just waiting for a retest of the zone. So I was expecting price to touch this trend line and also touch this major level for price to continue heading higher. But fortunately, price have already broken the level back to the downside. So I'm just expecting, so this was a level where I'm expecting price to go to on Bitcoin. So I'm expecting price to go into this black line before I start looking, before price continue heading higher. So I'm only looking for price to go into this zone before price continue heading higher. But if price broke this level, so let's go to the weekly time frame. There was a, so if price broke this black line, so I'm expecting price to continue heading lower back into, so this was a level where I'm expecting price to go to. So I'm expecting price to go to, so if price broke this black line, so this was the next level that I'm expecting price to go to, and also it was the Fibonacci level. So let's do it out. So if price did not find support, so if price did not find support from this black line, then I'm going to be expecting price to continue heading lower back into 92k around this Fibonacci level and also this black line. So this was the zone where I'm expecting Bitcoin to go to if price broke this black line. So if price did not find support from here, then the next level target that I'm going to be expecting price to go to is going to be this black line around 92k. So that's just my take on Bitcoin. So the next pair is JPYUSD. So on JPYUSD is very simple. So I'm just waiting for, so price have already broken this major level. So this was the major level that I'm expecting price to go to before I start looking for buying opportunity. So what I'm waiting for on JPYUSD is very simple, and also I talked about this in my last video. So I'm just expecting price to go into this zone. So after price going to this zone, so I'm going to be looking for a buying opportunity on JPYUSD. But for the moment, so this was just the zone that I'm expecting price to go to on JPYUSD. So that's just it for today's. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you find the analysis helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I will catch you guys in my next video.